Hi everyone, Steve Pollock here with Banyan Hills Technologies. In this video, we're going to talk about the basics of using API elements in automation for the Canopy IoT platform. Well, first, you may be wondering, what is automation and what are API elements? The idea of automation is simple. We can use software such as Canopy to automate certain tasks when certain conditions are met. The conditions can be qualitative, such as a temperature reaching 100 degrees, or they can be time-based, such as X number of days passing since an event happened. Or the conditions could be something like a printer stops working. Let's say we want an email sent to a repair technician whenever one of our printers stops working. We can easily do that using automation. But let's say we want to take it a step further. What if we wanted more information in our email, such as the printer's IP address and the city where it's located? That's where the API elements come in handy. Let's walk through an example to help us better understand this concept. I'm on the main IoT campaigns page. If you need to get here from another page, just come over here to the left and click where it says IoT campaigns. You may need to click on the hamburger stack up here to get this to open properly so that you can see where it says IoT campaigns. But click on there and that will take you to this main IoT campaigns page. I'm going to open a pre-built workflow that listens for a device printer's status to turn red. Here's the KPI status. The next step is the location contact email is sent out when the printer status is red, and then this stop just indicates the very end of the workflow. I'm going to open up the KPI status so we can take a little closer look. So you see here the KPI that's going to be monitored is printers. The status that Canopy is looking for is when the KPI of printers turns red. The organization, this is Banyan Labs, which is a demo account that we've set up for making videos like the one that you're watching. And the device that's being monitored is Banyan Lab 03. Now, the odds are that if you have multiple devices, you are not going to want to build a separate IoT workflow for every single device that you are monitoring. Instead, we want Canopy to monitor all of the devices that are part of this organization. To do that, we'll come here and we'll leave the device blank. And that way, Canopy will monitor all of the printers for their KPIs and look for when one of them turns red to take action. Okay, we'll hit save. So now, whenever any of the printers in our organization has a red status, an email will be sent out to the primary contact saying, please check Canopy to see if there's a problem with a printer. And then of course we have the stop here. Now, when building our automation workflows, Canopy can supply a device identifier, such as that Banyan Lab 03 one that we saw earlier, by using the leaf event over here, which is another type of element, or the KPI status element here that we have on our canvas. But if we want to pull in more information about the device besides an identifier, we'll need to use one of the API elements, such as the load device or load location. To help our repair technician know a little bit more about the problem, I'm going to pull this load location API element onto the canvas. I'm going to connect it. I'm going to unconnect from the email and connect the KPI status to the load location. It's important to note that the load location and the load device elements always need to come after the KPI status or the leaf event element in the workflow. They need to come afterwards because they need the KPI status or the leaf event to establish the ID of the device that we're going to be loading in. So now that I have the load location on the board, I can access the various attributes of the location where the printer is located. I'm going to connect this up here. And now I'm going to go back into my email And I'm going to adjust the body of the email to be able to use a variable that tells us the city where this printer is located. Now, what I'm about to type will appear very technical, but rest assured, we will provide you with a list of variables and filters and attributes for the data coming from your devices. You won't need to guess it here. We'll get this information to you as part of our onboarding process with our awesome customer success team. So now I'll go back into the email and add this line. Printer is located in, and here's the technical part. .c. I'll hit save. And that should help our technician out somewhat. But what would be even more helpful would be to know the IP address of the printer. To do that, we'll remove this load location and we'll use a load device instead. Now I'm going to connect it and then reconnect here to the email. I'm going to go back into the email and again type something that may appear very technical, but we will provide you with these variables. Printer IP address is and then I hit save. Now, when this email is sent, our technician will have the IP address, and that information may help him or her get to work on the problem a little bit faster. Alright everyone, that's it for the basics of using the load device and load location API elements for automation in the Canopy IoT platform. Thanks for watching.